Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So, between last episode and this one, I put in the recharges here. So we've got our system going here. This is a very different style of doing things. I've got one output going left or right. I thought I'd just try something a bit different with it, and it's kind of working. In fact, to be honest with you, with this system here, I'm going to do that. Because the pipes can afford to block up with crystals, because we're only ever using crystals. I've got random bits of logic around everywhere. Sorry, bits of mana pipe around. Yeah, with this sort of system with only two, because I decided to only go two, there's only a little bit of coal down there. I thought it's not worth doing. We'll just go to two. Rather than having to bypass and letting the full ones go around, they might as well just stay in the pipes, because each pipe has its own individual thing. And maybe the pipes will even up as well as they fill up. So that would be a good thing. But I have also changed the iron one here because it wasn't working. It wasn't keeping up. So I've changed it to be like this, where we're now getting the crystal go around and do more things. So we've got 4 recharges here running the top one, and 4 running the bottom one. Most of the time it is just full crystals going around getting stuck, because the recharges they take a second to go each one, and yeah, I'm actually struggling to keep up with the coal. So I might need to add more earth shrines in here to recharge things, which is a very interesting concept. No, excuse me. Yeah, I've never had to like overcharge a mine in that sort of way before. Normally, obviously, I'd have it squared off and then maybe have another mine go along. But because of the way I'm doing the resources, I have to go and find some more iron somewhere. There isn't anywhere that's anywhere near as intense as that iron field that I can see. There's a load there. There's some there, but there isn't really anywhere that. There's one there. That's quite a bit there, but yeah, it's a bit difficult to do that. So I might just put in a second earth shrine next to this one and have it regenerate more blocks, or I could put it in there, couldn't I? I could put it in line so it generates half of this and half of that, which will increase the mine. The other thing I could do as well is actually add this earth booster to a mine. Somebody did mention it in the comments a little while ago, that you can add an earth booster to make the mines faster. I'm worried it would deplete them even quicker because it's not really going. The issue is that it's not being generated fast enough. So, and it is running at capacity. The earth shrines are never, well, you see there briefly, a couple of seconds they're empty, but that's just where the loop works. But I mean, maybe I could add a second mine in here at the end. Suppose. I mean, they have that sort of range. If I put one there, it wouldn't do those blocks there. And then this one I could put, it'd be slightly offset because I've got a line there. But that would help, I suppose. I mean, the back ones are getting charged pretty well because they were getting the first lots, but the front ones aren't, so let's just put it next to it. I'm tempted to put it halfway and get it to recharge halfway. But then I want... It's a depleted node. I want to fill up more, so let's put one in the centre. Is there iron under there? I don't know, and I can't put it there. I'd have to change everything up. All decisions. Yeah, the front one needs help because they're generating more iron than the rear ones. The rear ones don't have to do with these gaps there. So yeah, so if I put one there and one there, it'll be slightly off. It won't be symmetrical. I can live with that, I suppose. Move that and then copy that, put that there. Then just add them to the loop. There we go. Go around there. There we go. So they're now in there, so we've got even more charging capacity. Hopefully that'll work. The other thing I could do is I could add a booster to this, as I said. But I kind of want the place to regenerate faster. Because we're actually at the point now where we can't output fast enough. We could fix that with mana belts. That wouldn't be a problem. We could fix that with mana belts. There is something else that went wrong in the last episode. And I don't know if anyone's going to point it out or not, because I'm actually recording this straight after the last one. When I was doing the bits here, I had an issue with the game. It didn't freeze up on me, but all the menus stopped working. So I had to wait for an autosave to come along for it to come back. And then whilst I was sort of just looking around the map going, well, I can't do anything, I just got to look around. I noticed there's a problem. Oh, there we go. That's going to input into there. So you could do the boost. Let's add a booster to this, shall we? Let's add Earth Booster. Boom. There we go. And then we can just get a couple and go boom, boom. And we can run a bypass around, because otherwise it will stop the whole system working. There we go. Right. Now, where is our bottleneck next? So, these are all full. So the issue is the recharging now. We don't have enough rechargers. So let's put in another 2 of those. So 5 on each side. That should help even the load out a bit. There we go. Really, we don't want these ever filling up to 4. We don't ever want them going down to, say, well, we don't want 1 or 2 in each one, really. So it looks like they're all filling up. It's getting there, but again, now this has already taken 100% off of its speed, because it's depleting the crystals. I think this is about as far as I can get in mine going. I don't really see any way to get it going. I could add more crystals into here. Well, not more crystals, I need more recharges. That's the problem. The throughput is not fast enough on these charges. So, but anyway, let me show you the other bug. Which is here with this. Look, this is all full up and all wrong and broken and cut up, and I was trying to figure out, well, why has that gone up there without being able to click on anything. Bearing in mind I had no the menu was there, I just couldn't click anything, and I could mouse over things and the tooltips would work, but I couldn't click anything to find out what was going on. And I was trying to figure out what was going on with it, and I noticed right here we've got greater than, and a less than. So it's only going to turn on if it's less than 10, which is not what we want. We want to say greater than, because blockers only block when they're active, not when they're not active. So yeah, so that has brought our whole cake factory to a standstill once again, which is becoming a theme. So I don't really know how I can fix this here. I've just got to take fertilizer off the line. I think I've got to just take loads of fertilizer off the line. I hope that the system kind of recovers as we go. We've got to take the fertilizer off the line until we see no more fertilizer on there. I'm using the move tool and just clicking. If you have the move tool active and click on a belt, it just takes the item off the belt and dumps it in storage. So we'll now have loads of fertilizer in here. No? No. Okay, I don't know what it's doing with it then. I thought it put it in the base. For some reason I got 25 pack grain in the base. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, there's certainly no fertilizer there, is there? I wonder where the fertilizer goes then. I thought when you use the move tool to click on the belt, it moves it to the barn. To the let's pick up some flour. That didn't go in there. Right, pause the game. We don't have flour stored in a barn anywhere, do we? Nope, there's no flour being stored in a barn anywhere. So I don't know where that's going in. So when you move items off there, it must delete them. So, okay, that's interesting to know. I thought moving items off of the belt was moving them, but no, it's not. Apparently, it's not. Okie dokie. We learn something new every day. Right. Yeah. I think the greatest irony, however, is that I've left this barn here going to these three here, and it's probably the lowest fertilizer throughput, much lower than this one here. This one here's got a much higher fertilizer throughput. I could probably fix this up. Even an iron belt wouldn't help. There's only 4 pastures here creating stuff, and it's suffering for grain. Always so impressed by how they suffer for grain. They're just not running fast enough. Maybe we need to add these to the Steam network. We're using 700. And, how much would that use if we had done that? So we're using 700. Now if I run a pipe straight through to there, we're now using 800. So we can add 2 more buildings onto this. So what are the ones that are struggling for grain? You're struggling for grain. You're not. You're not. Just you. Okay, so we'll just add the last one to it, and it can get a bit of a boost. And then hopefully that can... In fact, the problem is the output. Now we'll look at that. The problem is the output. You've got loads in the output, but you can't deliver it anywhere. Okie dokie. Sounds like a job for mana belts. Magic belts, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. Can't get my camera in there. There. And then... Oh. Yep. That'll empty out. Obviously, that'll drop down. It's trying its best to keep up. And that'll start filling up and then producing more leather, and then leather there. We are actually caught up on leather. We're doing okay with it. Even with this big belt of leather here. Because we're not doing anything with the leather at the moment. I think we're doing anything with the leather. What are you doing? You're delivering leather to there. You're full of leather. Yeah, you're just struggling to keep up, aren't you? You're really struggling to keep up with making the warm coats. That's the problem. Yeah, so this is not really getting enough in. Right, let's upgrade this to be a iron belt. Speed up some of the stuff here. The problem with fertilizer is that if you're not using the goods, it doesn't produce the fertilizer, which is clearly a problem. The only other thing I can really think of is I could put down a forester here, for instance, and just connect it to the belt. And it could output wood if it needed to. So I could put the first 2 as, well, I could put the last 2 as fertilizer and the top 2 as wood, or like 3 as fertilizer, 1 as wood, and it would always take from the bottom of the barn, so it would only take the wood when the fertilizer runs out. Because you see here, this belt's going to start thinning out because we're not really using all the goods. So yeah, once these all run out of, yeah, you can see there, the belt is now not particularly full of fertilizer, so that's going to run out of fertilizer. So yeah, bit of a problem. Maybe I should run this line across as well to it and have a second belt on it. So this could prioritise this here and then secondary run over to this belt. Try and keep things going. I think that would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that. Right, so let's put a thing there, and I'm going to put a silo in. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to put a silo in right there. So we're not going to go that way. Although we might do. Yeah, I think we might do. But not how... I think that'll be right. Yeah. So put another silo in here. Like that. Hold on. No, we don't want a silo there. No, we don't want a silo there. That won't work. Because we need a... yeah. Move that up to there. Yeah, we don't want a silo there. Because otherwise when you use a grabber on a silo, it will just grab whatever's there. Sorry, the grabber works on a round robin system. It doesn't work how I'd want it to work. Ooh, that's going to block that, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. I think it is. I think that is. I think that's going to block that. So we need to go back a little bit further than that. We need to go back to there. Then do that, that, and that. There we go. Right. Then you can just go straight across into that silo. That's too high. That should work, he says, trying to be confident about it and not actually knowing. So what I want to do here is I want to have this as priority. So we're going to have a pusher like that, and like that. So the pusher will always make sure that if this is open, this blocker is open, then we'll go. We'll go. Okay. Right, now you're empty. Why did you not trigger? We'll set to fuel. If there's no fuel in there, it's definitely greater than 10 is true. So let's turn that on. So it's now less than 10, so why don't you trigger? You're not connected, are you? No, you're not. We'll send 2 down and see what happens here. Okay. Right. There we go. You've turned on. Awesome. Okay, and then you're going to just prioritize straight ahead. And we won't get any going this way. There might be the odd one due to timing, but should be okay for it. Yeah, it's letting the odd one go by because of that's starting to fill up. That's fine. That can fill up. That's not a problem. That'll just keep that belt saturated down. Okay, and then hopefully this will get to above 10 at some point, and we can test whether this actually works and whether I haven't got anything terribly wrong for it again. Because I'm good at that. Right, you can go. You'll do nothing. What are you? You're a packager taking in that and outputting corn. You're full of corn. You need more. You're struggling now. You are connected to the power grid. Yep. Wow. Okay. So you're still struggling. What's happened here? That was keeping up a little while ago. Why is it not now? Probably because this has started going again. Or we've actually started kicking in things. Yeah, We could build a second one here, second grey mill here if we need to. Not really a problem. I'm just trying to see whether this is actually going to work for us, because it's taking its sweet time. Temporarily changing that belt. I'm not going to leave that permanent. I'm going to change that temporarily just to try and get some more on there, stop it going off that way. I'll get some more on the belt. It'll be fine. This could be a whole mana belt if I'm honest with you, because it's got 3 inputs and only 1 output. Although that one's not doing badly. That one's outputting slowly, so really the silo could do with being in the centre and having them all filter into the silo, because then they'd all get that. But then I'd need more space. Efficiency is not really the thing here. It's fine. Milk is going okay now. It's all working and keeping up and being fine. I did get a comment in, not the last episode, but the episode before, about the logic, about how someone saying they couldn't be as creative with logic as I am. Believe me, when I first started this, I had absolutely no idea how to do anything with the game, and just through a lot of trial and error. If you go back and watch my tutorials, I say in inverted quotes, about how logic works, they're awful, and I'll admit that they're awful. They get the point across, but I go off on a tangent on them quite a bit, and that's what I do in the game as well. You'll probably notice if you've watched me for a while. But yeah, and it's all a lot of trial and error, a lot of playing with things. The Discord server, I highly recommend the Discord. There's a whole logic section on there, and some of the things that people have done is fantastic. But once you get the concept down for just one of these, expanding it out is easy. You know, having multiple ones is easy. This here, the timer system that I've got set up, here, I don't know if things are. You saw me obviously did a little bit over here where I was just checking how the timer works. This guy keeps stopping. Why? Why do you keep stopping? I don't know why. He removes one node completely and then just stops, which is really awkward. But yeah, this timer system here, as I said, once you get the sort of, it looks complicated when you look at it, but if you build it steadily and you go, this, ignoring all the arrows, this just connects to that one, and that one, and then this connects to that one, and that one, and you just take one block at a time, you can build ridiculous contraptions. It is stunning just how many things you can actually build and how things work. And I just realised this is wrong. This should have a splitter on it, shouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, but that's how. And that's how. I mean, logic blocks are just like how computers or a car engine or anything works. The whole thing is complicated, but each individual bit just does one little thing. And if you just concentrate on what that little bit does, and then go, well, I need this, so I'll get this little bit to do this thing, and then I'll plug it in, and then I get someone else to do it, and I'll plug it in as well, then those two things will work together. So, like the timer here, you could expand this just by simply adding another one, and all you got to do is remember that I've got to connect both these timer blocks to the next line, and the next line, and the next line, and then before you know it, you've got this really complicated, massive logic. There's just very simple blocks to it, so don't be afraid to play with logic. Don't worry about it. Give it a go. It can get frustrating when you don't know. Not when you don't know. It can get frustrating when things are not going the way you want them to go. But don't worry about it going wrong. Just keep trying. Keep plugging away at it, and eventually you'll figure it out. Start small. Start with something, a little tiny thing. You know, very simple filter, like I've got here, something like that, and then just expand it out, and then add something to it, and then go, oh, well, what if you did this, and add something to that, and then what if you did that, add something else. And yeah, and like here, this works. And even though I make mistakes, see, I've got the whole, this thing is now working. Something as simple as that, and it can go wrong, and I didn't notice it for 2 episodes. But yeah, I've got this here going. go nice. I do like this pipe. The pipe's quite cool. Right, how is this going now? This looks better. It looks better. In fact, you can't output fast enough. Oh wow. Are we saturated? Are we? We are. We are completely saturated. Awesome. So there you go. So iron has recovered, which should mean nails have recovered, which they have. Awesome. Not quite. Nails are still getting there. I think nails could do with being a magic belt. Just the centerpiece. That bit. There. So both of these can output onto the magic belt and output their goods faster. Then that goes to that, and that builds planks which go to there, and then the planks get grabbed and go off to do the thing, and then these can do the thing, and then everything can do the thing. And is this still working? Right, you are grabbing pickaxes. Who was grabbing axes? No one. No one's grabbing axes. I feel as if I've got deliver wood axe to there. I really think I did have someone who was doing that, but I guess I didn't. Okay. Our money is looking fantastic though, we're doing really well for it. Purple coins are slowly building up because this keeps getting hiccups and having issues to it. So yeah, so flour's the next problem here. Let's have a look at the flour, shall we? Let's try and fix the next problem. So we have a barn which is completely full of grain. So yeah, we just need to basically move this over. I think we need two. I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to move you over there, copy you, and then control and click so you're exactly the same thing. Oh, boom, boom, and now this looks a little bit weird, but don't worry about it. Boom, there we go. Now here's an interesting question. How can we get two inputs? They're going to be inputs. Ooh, damn it. Two inputs to go up and down. How do we get them to do that? I kind of want to prioritize up, I think. No, I want to prioritize down. So we do that. Yeah, so how do you think we're going to do that? Damn it. Like that. There we go. Right. Because that would output. Not going to be enough grain coming into that, is it? No. That's fine, that's fine. But yeah, that would output and then go backwards, and that would be fine. But then we want one to go forward. I could have one going forward and one going back. I could equally just put some grabbers on the back of these and have two going back and two going forward. But I mean, a splitter, I could do that. That would technically work because it can't push that way, so that's just going to be a left and right. Then these are going to slow down now because they don't have. Interesting. That's still. Oh, it's actually finally run out of power. Right, probably because it was connected. So if I plug that in and plug that in, so they're sped up. Oh, pause. I think if I had one going forward and one going back, would that be alright? Yeah, if I did something like that. Oh. Yeah, if I did that, that'd be okay, but we need more output from the barn. Are they on the ground? They are on the ground. Right, so if I did that, and then one of those and one of those, with a splitter like that. Okay, you want to have more workers in you as well. There we go. I'd really much rather than have them output onto a single belt and then go left, right, left, right, left, right. I think that would be a better way of doing it. Although this kind of works because then once this one's full, it's just going to stop and do nothing. And then that one's going to do things. But then if we don't have enough flour coming in here, which we... Yeah, we do. We got exactly the right amount of flour coming in by the looks of it. We're just getting to about 8. Maybe we've got one more flour coming in per go than we need to. So that's a net gain. So that's good. So that's fine. So that works. That's awesome. Okay. We've got our flour going here. And you're getting enough in and you're not particularly running out. You're about good. The drawback to this is now, obviously, you've got to go back and check that this is still keeping up with others. Once you fix something at the end of it, you've got to then go, well, if that barn's doing okay and that package is doing okay, where's that package get its source from? Check this barn. Is this doing okay? Yep, it's doing fine. That's getting its source from these 2 packages here, which that one is actually struggling. And I think it's struggling simply because it doesn't have enough. Yeah, these farms don't have enough grain. That's why. But we're doing okay. We're not running out. So yeah, so that works. Okie dokie. You're travelling along. You're doing your thing. Everyone's doing their thing. Everyone is happy. Everything is awesome. I had you outputting cake. Why did I have you outputting cake? Oh, I think I had it so that if the berry cake was full, then you would output. I don't want that. I don't actually want that. No. No, I don't want that. So take the berry cake there. Now you're only ever going to output berry cake. Sorry. So take the normal cake back out of there. There we go. Okay. Yeah. And I'm probably going to change this barn. Oh, well, that's not going to work, is it? I don't know what I was thinking there. I was going to change it for a silo. I can change it for a silo. We can just do that and grab a silo. Boom. And then switch you to only output berry cake. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm not going to do that with a grabber. I'm going to use the new system inside there, where I can go berry cake is going to be an input only. Is that correct? No. No. Okay. You can't do that. So that's only on. That's only on storages. Okay. Nope. Ignore me. Ignore me. That's wrong. That is incorrect. So, are you... Ah, yeah, you're now need to be set to that one there. There we go. So you were set to that belt. Okay, and then I can get rid of that barn. And it looks like there's a bit more space here now. Yay! Right. Okay, that's all good. That's all fine. I'm going to filter you to be berry cakes. Which means I do want to actually put in a filter there to make sure that it doesn't pick up any berry cakes. So yeah, if I put in a filter and I just say, hey, you're only allowed to input berry cakes, this will never be able to output its normal cake. It's cake. Okay, so these are now struggling because of sugar. Where's the sugar? Where's the sugar come from? The sugar comes from here. Comes from you. You're struggling because of sugar. You're struggling. See, this is a belt problem. Now, this is going to cause a problem because I can't actually get in there. So I'm going to... We're going to man this up? Yeah, let's man this up, shall we? Upgrade all those to metal. And I don't even know if I need that there. Probably not. I'm going to run that to there. I moved that barn so that I could actually get my mouse to this side. Okay. I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's not going to go anywhere because I moved the barn, didn't I? Let's put the barn back, shall we? Barn. Right. Okay, and that should all carry on working absolutely fine. And I'm going to get rid of that silo. We're not going to have that silo there. I might get rid of the cake one, the carrot one as well, because we have a barn. There's no reason to do that. I shouldn't have done that. Face that way. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So you got that's fine. Okay, so now you're not outputting like so. Okie dokie. Right. Then we'll wait for the carrots to run out, and we'll deal with that. I could also get rid of the herbs because the herbs go into a barn here. I think I'm going to. I think this is I'm going to remove all these grabbers. In fact, and let all this just filter down, and then put in a grabber which we filter to sugar. These are redundant. These are from when we had the rail system here previously, so they were picking up from there, so we wanted these here, but now we've just got storages over here. We don't need it, so yeah. But that doesn't need to be a mana belt, does it? No, it really doesn't. It could be a metal belt. Can I get my mouse in there? Yes, can. There we go. Boom. Yeah. I've got plenty of mana belts. I could leave it as a mana belt. That wouldn't be a problem at all. Or magic belt, sorry. But I just kind of... I only use them where I need them. Like here, I've still got cloth belts doing things because this just does not require such a high pace of goods coming through. I am going to put this line back again to what it was before, being a magic belt. Because it's very clear to me that these are not getting enough goods. Or enough fire, that's the word I'm after. Can I actually just bring this down? Can I bring this down earlier than this? I really feel as if I can. There. Okay. And then just run a line down to there. Then down to there. And then I could put in a splitter there. And that will still feed that, correct? Or is that too high? I think that's too high, isn't it? Really? Yeah, it is. It is too high. Because you're only allowed so many inputs. And that's one too high. It would be really nice if that wasn't one too high. There's an easy way to tell. It says it's occupied. It says the line is occupied by that house. So I can't put a bit of gate thing in there. So it knows that the building is one higher, but it won't let you input onto it, which is just annoying. Put a splitter there. That. Nope, that's still not right. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to change the flower. So you're going to come down to there, and the flower's going to come out of both of these. It doesn't matter. No, not both of these. It could come out of both of these, I suppose, to feed that. Not that it needs it. Honest with you. To be honest with you, that one there. None of it needs it. So let's just run a belt in on the ground to there. Okay, and I'm going to do that just because I can. Simple as that. There we go. You're still getting the bread. You can now get fuel. All because you can't have 3. It's really annoying. The building height is clearly high enough. They clearly go up that many blocks, but you cannot input on the very top block. Okay. Yeah, so now you'll get that, you'll get that. That's exactly the same as what I had before. It just, yeah, I don't know why I did that. It's exactly the same. I'm still running 4 buildings off of 1 line, but yeah. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea here of how to get both of these doing both things at once. Especially now put that on the floor. Boom. Grab me a splitter. Boom. That way. Grab that. Move you around there, move you around there. You will now both output onto that bottom line, but you will not put corn onto there. Awesome. Then we do that. Then we remove that grabber. And I can't put 2 grabbers on there, but it doesn't matter because I can go back 1 more. Like so. And I can put a grabber there and a grabber there. There we go. And now both of them are feeding that and the back one. Yeah, and this one's going to get priority to deliver stuff over that one. By the looks of it. It doesn't matter because as one runs out, the other one will pick up for it. So there you go. So now they're both doing things. I like doing that, but I don't like having, like, if I've got one building going one way and one building going another, and they're so close to each other, I'd much rather have them both on the same belts for redundancy, because this one would feed this here, and this will sit here going, well, I don't need a great deal because I'm done, I'm full, I don't need anything. So he just sat there going, no, and this one's churning away like a nutter trying to keep up with these over here, where this is going, I want so much. And this one just, yeah, if you put them all on the same belt, or you deliver 2 buildings onto the same belt that way, then if one can't keep up, the other one will compensate for it, and both sides will get the goods evenly spread, ish. Right, okay, so we are working, everything is good. We have loads of coins, we have loads of everything. Our iron is, what are we at now? 520%. Awesome. This is completely full. This is all backed up. That is good. That is awesome. This is running at 345%. You can see that little number just there popping up down in the bottom right corner. That's good. Our trees are still doing the bits and pieces. Our stone mine is completely depleted, yet still keeping up. I don't think we're using that much stone. That's why. Mana system is all blocked up and filled up and running, and everything is good. You're still moving, which is a good thing, but as soon as you use that node up, he'll stop, and I'm not sure why. But it doesn't matter, because everything is awesome and everything is working and we are all good. Okie dokie. So, right, the next step is then going to be fire magic, probably, because we have fire magic here. Where else did we unlock? We unlocked some other new funky things, didn't we? I can't remember. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think we've unlocked building some new things that I've missed them. Like in the Mana Forge here. Nope, that's all the same. What about a workshop? Let's have a quick look. What can we make that we aren't using? Nope, nothing new there. Okay, so no, everything is as it should be. So we get the fire crystal going, and that will change our fuel system, so we could change up how fuel works, which would be excellent, because that would be very nice to use. And yeah, everything will be good. I also need to figure out a actual permanent earthstone and firestone and other stone mining production. We need to sort something out there, because we're going to run out. We're going to run out. We know where all the temples are. But yeah, we're going to run out. I think perhaps next episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting myself some crowns and jewellery, and we shall start selling them as well. And then we can upgrade the base and we can build some more houses and expand out a bit more. So yeah, right, okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again in the next one, and until then, as always, have fun.